4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Gaurav Gill from India has been driving Skoda Fabias since 2012, and he was looking forward to driving the new turbocharged R5 version for 2016.
The new car is obviously a big delight and a big step above what we've been driving in the last few years.
It didn't take Gill long to get on the pace at the first event in New Zealand, leading from the first stage. A puncture that cost him 40 seconds near the end of day one was the only major mishap.
And finish.
The MRF driver arrived at the final finish control, delighted to have won his first international rally in the new car by over 30 seconds.
But it's good fun to drive it for the first time and be on top.
Rally Queensland was next, and although it had rained for recce and the stages were initially slippery, the sun came out on Saturday afternoon, baking the road surface dry. Gill raced away to a 1 minute and 50-second lead. That was the best of the weather, though. The forecast predicted a dramatic change, as Gill's co-driver Glenn McNeil showed us.
Fairly extensive, and the yellow is quite heavy, and the blue as well is the darker blue is obviously pretty heavy as well. So yeah, it's a couple of hours away from us at the moment, but it might get interesting about 10:30, 11 o'clock, which could be fun.
Slippery conditions didn't seem to worry Gill, though, as he increased his winning margin to over 2 minutes and took out his second win of the season. With the APRC China Rally shifting to a new remote location in the west of the country and based in the ancient city of Zhangyi, there was an air of adventure around the event. And once the action began, the excitement increased, not only because of the lunar-like landscape, but also because of the camels that Gill encountered on the stages.
4 minus right.
Not just once, but twice. The second encounter forcing him to go off-road.
Right through the dip.
Near the end of the 34-kilometre stage 6, Gill broke a wheel, and he and co-driver McNeil were forced to pull over and change it. Gill was soon back up to full speed, but with 4.5 minutes lost, it was the one event of the year that Gill did not win outright. However, as the leading registered APRC driver, he did collect full points for the Drivers' Trophy and the Asia Cup. On to a more familiar event, Japan's Rally Hokkaido, where Gill had competed many times. But there was still a major change. For this one event, Gill had a stand-in co-driver, Belgian Stefan Prévost. The new pairing took the lead from the second stage and pushed hard through the first day to establish a good overnight buffer. Gill's season had so far been blemish-free, but on the final afternoon he came perilously close to retirement with this off.
Go.
The MRF Skoda driver eased off on the final stages to ensure there were no more problems, arriving back to his elated team, having secured his third overall win of the season. Like many other drivers, Gill has had his share of problems in Malaysia over the years. However, apart from the slippery plantation tracks, it was the long grass growing on them that was his biggest concern. With Gill running first on the road, the Skoda's front spoiler scooped up the grass, which quickly blocked the radiator inlets, just as it had in the past, especially on the second stage.
Yep. It's a 117 to 150, just back up a little bit.
Thankfully, there were no long-term issues for the engine and gearbox, and with his main championship rival out of contention on day one, Gill only had to make the finish of the Malaysian Rally to secure the Drivers' Championship and at the same time wrap up the manufacturer's title for Skoda. There were plenty of in-car celebrations as they crossed the finish line.
Hold on, mate.
Woohoo! Yes! Yeah, baby.
For a second time, Gill is the FIA Asia Pacific Rally Champion.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. We got a perfect car and perfect tyres all through the year. Glenn did an amazing job. So it's been a great package, and now to India to attack the last round.
Arriving in India for the final round was a special occasion, as it meant that when Gill crossed over the start ramp, it signalled the return of international rallying to one of the world's most populous nations. With Gill leading the event almost the entire way, the India Rally turned out to be a real celebration, with hundreds of spectators and fans lining the tracks, all out to watch their new national hero in action. The finish ceremony was very special, with Gill able to celebrate the year's successes with family and friends. Adding to the celebration was Glenn McNeil winning the FIA APRC co-drivers title for 2016. Fittingly, the APRC's incoming president, Vicky Chandok from India, presented the official FIA trophies to Gill and McNeil. Gill's 5 outright wins, plus a second place in China, meant he added the Worth Cup to his list of trophies for 2016. After one of his best and most successful years in the championship, Gill put it down to a new approach, in and out of the car.
I made a lot of effort on my driving. You know, from the previous years, I've been doing a lot of homework, a lot of data collection, and a lot of looking at my previous videos. And yeah, for sure, the new R5 suits my driving style. I've made a lot of changes to it. We made some really good decisions on the tire choices through the year, and you know, it's been great again working with Glenn throughout the year, and it's absolutely fantastic.
That wraps up the 6 events of the 2016 FIA Asia Pacific Rally Championship.